Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 19 of the Frisky Whiskey. Mike D, we have quite the episode ahead of us. What are we doing today?
T.I., this is going to be an amazing show today. So we have something going on today that we've never done before, the way we're doing it at least. So today's show is the French Connection. We have whiskeys that have some type of connection to France. And today we have a very special guest today. We have Christophe
Bozzano,
who runs a local French sandwich shop and bakery called Piknik's in Palm Beach Gardens, right off of North Lake and Military. If anybody's all fans out there listen to our shows, you've heard me talk about this guy. I've talked about his bread.
100% has been
talked about his food and his croissants that are absolutely amazing, and anything this guy makes is absolutely amazing. So we're gonna have like a really good night tonight because we're gonna really do true food pairings with the whiskey tonight.
Yes, we are.
And Christophe, you brought some amazing food tonight. So we're going to start off with some appetizers, and we're going to start off with a really good smoky Scotch. And we have a little story behind that too. So it's going to be really good. So Christophe, thank you.
Welcome to the show, Christophe.
Hey, bonjour, and thank you so much for having me tonight. I'm super excited.
We're excited to have you.
Awesome.
Also, I'm really excited for all this food you brought because we've been kind of looking at it for the past 40 minutes.
Yes.
It kind of smells good. I'm hungry now.
Yes, it smells really good. So I think we're going to dive right in.
Yeah, why not?
So our first whiskey of the evening is something called London Square. So Christophe, I'm going to ask you to read off the history of this London Square to us.
So London Square, it's 12 years old, 80 proof for $39.99, just to let you know. So it's founded by Charles Edge. He began his journey into the world of spirit over 2 decades ago in France, where he learned the value of the terroir, authenticity and provenance in creating a truly high-quality drinks. All this knowledge and understanding was distilled into the launch of Charles Edge London in 2015 to create top-quality, authentic British spirits with provenance that modern drinker can always trust. London Square whiskey is made from a precise blend of malt and grain whiskey aged in a Bourbon barrel for 12 years to create a distinctively deep of flavor. So the nose is smoky wood, hints of lemon, mint and chocolate. The taste is caramel, smoky fudge, cherry, oak, candied cherry, and malt.
Sounds like it's going to be good.
It sounds like it's going to be really good.
Sounds awesome.
Have you ever had this one before?
Never.
Yeah, so this is gonna be fun. Now, also, now you made some appetizers for us tonight.
Yes.
So what do we have going on here tonight? So what we got going on?
So the first thing, we have something called tapenade. So tapenade, it's a very authentic spread from the south of France. Tapenade means caper in Provençal. So what is it really? It's a blend of olive, capers, garlic, a little bit of olive oil, and a touch of anchovy paste. So we blend all that together, and you enjoy it on a piece of bread, whether it's toasted or not. You know, it's something that everybody have with a drink in France. We call that apéritif. And I think that sounds very much what we're drinking right now, you know.
That's exactly what we're doing right now.
Exactly. Okay. And you said this is something very famous in your store right now, one of your best sellers. You also brought some egg salad.
Yes. So we brought our very famous egg salad, actually made by my wife. I'm sorry. So it's a very simple egg salad. It's egg, a little bit salt, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of mayo. And the way she does that, because it changed the whole thing, you know, she boiled the eggs, you know, and when the eggs are ready, and she peeled them, and as she peeled them, she kept them hot. She smooshed them with a little bit of touch of mayo and salt and pepper, and that created a very flavorful egg salad. It's super yummy. It's one of our best sellers.
Awesome. I can't wait to get into that.
Awesome. This is going to be so much fun. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to smell the whiskey first.
Yeah.
And then we'll do a little taste, and we'll jump into some of that food.
That sounds awesome.
And we're going to get to know you a little bit more tonight.
Yeah.
So this is going to be fun.
Sounds good.
All right. So let's get that smell going. So we're talking about a smoky wood, some hints of lemon.
But you can totally get the smoke.
Oh, that smoke's there.
It's not super heavy, though. It's
no. It's like, it's subtle, that smoke.
I like that.
A lot of finesse, I think.
Yeah.
So, Christophe, is smoky scotches kind of your go-to when you're at home drinking?
I love like a smoky whiskey, you know, like any like type of smoky whiskey or bourbon, you know, like
Okay.
just, you know.
So what's your favorite? What's like the one that you have at your shelf all the time because as soon as you run out, you go pick up a bottle? Do you have one of those?
You know what? I do not, you know, I just, I don't know. I kind of go with the.
That's fine.
What's on your shelf right now? What do you have on your shelf?
Right now, I have a Woodford Reserve. Like not very smoky though.
Yeah,
you know.
no,
It's
Woodford
still
Reserve
very
is
good.
not smoky,
Yeah,
but
You know,
it's good.
actually, I mean, I don't have any smoky right now. I think I finished everything.
Okay.
But I do, right now, whiskey Scotch wise, I do have a Woodford Reserve, which I know is a bourbon. You know, I got a Johnny Walker Blue Label.
Okay.
That's super.
That's name dropping.
That's super yummy, and that's about it right now for.
Okay.
I think you mentioned to me you had recently you had some of the Johnny Walker Double Black too.
Yes. Well,
That
was gone.
That's already gone.
He had
All
some
right.
of it.
That's a little smoky if I remember correctly.
It's a little smoky. Yeah, so I really like it when it's just like a little bit smoky. You know, I don't like deep smoke thing. You know?
Okay.
Yep. And I have to admit, I talked to the guys at Total Wine about this. You know, I was asking them for their opinions, and they said this is perfect because it's not overbearing, but it has the hints of smoke in it, and it goes good with food pairings. The guy was talking to me about. So you know, Total Wine helps me out when I go there. They're really good guys there.
Oh, cool.
Well, why don't you give it a taste? Tell us what you think. Break into it. What's your verdict? Is this going to make your shelf at home?
It's fantastic. It's
Yeah, this is very good.
Holy moly!
Wow.
yeah, it's
That caramel's there.
Wow.
That oak.
So it is like smoky, but it's like all the sweet flavors that you mentioned in the flavor profile are all there with the smoke.
Yeah.
This is really nice.
exactly,
very nice.
and you know, as you just swallow the whiskey, it just keep
Yeah.
It
keep
keeps
coming,
like
you know?
it keeps like emanating back out.
It's especially the caramel nuts. You know,
Yeah.
I feel like, you know.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Absolutely. That cherry's there. That malt is there, definitely. So I think I'm going to dive into this right now.
Go for it.
So I'm going to do the first tasting of this.
I'm really looking forward to that.
And so this is say this again. What's this called again?
This is tapenade.
Tapenade.
Okay. All right. So how did you get into cooking? What got you into cooking?
Yeah, what got you into that?
Where did you learn to be
So
where you are today?
very simple. My grandma. My parents used to be very busy, so I used to live with my grandma, who had a little, like a small house, and she have one stove top, which used to back in the days, you know, used to heat up the house, and you know, and you have to start very early because it took some time to cook, you know. So she always have something, and she was Italian from Calabria, you know. So food is very important, you know. So I was lucky enough I was raised with like, you know, until maybe I was a teenager, my grandma never, I never got olive oil from the grocery store, not even milk, you know.
Yeah.
We went to the farm every weekend, you know, get the milk and the dairy and the eggs and, you know, blah, blah. And we had a little bit, my grandma had a few acres with olive tree. So it was always about the food, you know.
Yeah.
So
It's always fresh.
exactly. And on my mom's side, you know, my uncle had a few restaurants, you know.
Okay.
So I kind of was, you know, always, you know, one way or the other, you know, around food, you know.
Okay, so you have some Italian heritage behind you here from grandma.
Yes.
That is awesome. I'm
Yes.
Italian, so I like hearing that. And let me tell you, this whiskey goes great.
Oh, it's fantastic.
This
with
is fantastic. What a pairing that is for this.
really
I mean,
is.
that flavor that you were talking about, you said the anchovies in there and the capers, like, it really actually accents with this whiskey, in my opinion. It is so good.
Thank you very much.
And you know, I've talked about this man's bread.
It's actually true.
is
Everything
amazing.
that you
Yeah.
said, Mike D, is true about this.
I'm saying the best baguette in town. in any this whole
Thank
area.
you.
It is such a good bread, and it goes perfect with this and with the whiskey, and this is really good. So when you
it does.
right.
Right?
I'm very pleasantly surprised. It's just
Yeah, it's a perfect pairing with that, And I was thinking like when you sent the list to me, I'm like, okay, we're doing this one, that, and then I think I'm going to nail it with the pairings tonight. So I'm very excited about that.
Oh, yeah.
it's
It's perfect. It's literally such a good pairing with it.
So back to your story here.
Yes.
So you said your uncle had restaurants. So you've been working in restaurants probably since you were a kid, then, right?
exactly.
And on all parts of the house, if you will. You mean from
Yes.
from washing the dishes to sous chefing to
From watching the dishes for a long time
had to earn your wings there, did you?
and chef prepping for a long time. And yes. I actually I started my apprenticeship. I was 13 years old, and so I've been doing this for a long time, and I still love it,
That's awesome.
Just I love food.
So it's your passion. That's awesome. Yeah, that's great.
So did you always work for your uncle, or at some point did you, when you got older, did you open your own restaurant in France? Did you have a restaurant?
So all the cousin work for the uncles, It was a family thing, It's like there's no summer camp, The summer camp, it's the uncle kitchen, And eventually, when I was about 13 years old, I started my apprenticeship, and from then, I went to many restaurants. Graduated from cooking school when I was about 16, 17. And actually opened my first business about right around 20. It was like a little snack shop, we do like the pizza and sandwich and roasted chicken, like little, It was close to college. And I opened my first restaurant. I was 24, and that was in Valbonne. And this is where, after a few years of hard work, we got into the Michelin Guide.
Wow.
We don't have any star,
Yeah, but you made it to the guide.
You made it to the guide.
made it
Wow,
to the guide.
that's
Exactly.
good. Wow.
Yeah, very proud of this. And so with this, we actually opened private chef business, and that business brought me over United States about 15 years ago, something like this,
Okay. And when did you first come to the United States? Was it Florida? Was it New York? Or-
Florida, Jupiter.
So you've been here 15 years.
Yes, sir.
So before I found you at your place, Picnic, where were you before this?
So I had with my private chef business, I was mainly working for a family between Palm Beach, New York, and Martha's Vineyard.
Oh.
So I helped a friend to open a couple business in New York City, and I really enjoy it, And I kind of miss the ownership, like
Right,
owning a
right.
business, And I was told my wife, I want to open something once, and couple of years ago, I had this opportunity. I was kind of looking around. I was kind of tired of working for a family. It's a lot of work, and
I'm sure it is.
Right.
lot of stress, and I bumped into that plaza, and I saw a little ice cream shop. And I'm like,
That's what you took over.
this is
Ice
it.
cream shop. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So I remember that I've always seen an ice cream shop. I never went there. I don't know why, but I always knew it was there.
So
It's so
they
funny.
had a little sign, like for lease, because the ice cream shop was like kind of on and off,
Right.
and, And I call the guy. I'm like, hey, can I see the place? Is it, It says, well, I'm not sure if it's going to be available. We are talking to, the tenant, And the guy called me maybe a couple weeks after. Say, if you're interested, it's yours. I'm like, yes, I'm all in.
Nice. That's
awesome.
how it started.
So how long have you been at that location?
Almost 2 years now,
Awesome. Oh, that's great.
and it's been a blessing. I'm very very grateful.
Yeah. That's amazing. That's amazing. You're making some amazing food. I mean, I've had the tapenade so far, but
Thank you.
that's very impressive, and the bread is also very
that
impressive.
tapenade is amazing.
right.
That was amazing.
It's
That
very
flavor.
very
It's not,
simple,
but it's not like overtaking me. It's just there. Oh, it's so good.
and it's such a great pairing. I'm like,
It's crazy with this.
Because like we're talking about olives and anchovies and we have like on the other end we have something smoky with caramel notes and malt and
it's perfect. It literally is a perfect pairing.
Yep.
And now, being a guy who likes the smoky whiskey, you like this whiskey now. This is going to be in your rotation.
Yes, I was going to ask you. So you got what? I mean,
Total Wine.
This is it.
Total
I'm going
Wine.
to Total Wine tomorrow
under their blended section.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, if you like it that much, that's yours. That is yours tonight, sir.
Thank you.
That is so yours. Oh yeah, we gotta try. Oh, so I'm dying to try your wife's egg salad.
Yes, I've been.
And your wife is so nice. She is a lovely lady. Thank
you.
They have property in Sanibel or something like that. Up
yes,
a little bit?
yes.
Okay. So we were talking when I told her I went there on vacation.
Exactly. They had a timeshare in Sanibel. Unfortunately, right now, we can go, but yeah.
But she love the West Coast. So nice. I like talking to her.
I'm the nicest.
She always has that smile when I walk in there.
Yes.
And that's something that I like about your place too. I feel like I'm walking into a family place.
Thank you.
It's not like I'm walking into a store or a restaurant that's busy. I feel like I'm walking into a family place. Like you always welcome us. You write those little things in the bag.
We do.
Love that. I love that. I bring I have a client, and every time I go see him, I run by your shop and always get him croissants. And he always says, like, they always write those little notes in the bag. He thinks it's the best thing. But it's your wife is so nice. How did you meet your wife?
So I met my wife at Publix, L3.
Really?
Yes, sir.
At Publix?
Yes, sir. So it's very funny because I met her at Publix in the Frenchman Crossing Plaza.
Really?
French.
Go figure, right?
Yeah, go figure.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that is really good egg salad.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous.
Oh, my God.
No, I know. She do a fantastic job,
Wait, I ran out of whiskey. Hold on. Whiskey emergency. Oh, wow. And that pairs perfect with this, too.
It really does.
With that cherry, the malt, the sherry, and the egg. This is really good. I can see why this is one of your best sellers. I totally understand why now.
It's very, very simple,
yes,
but good,
Because sometimes you get egg salad and there's too much going on.
Too much mayo. Usually.
Yeah, you too much mayo or
too much salt. That's the
salt,
other one.
or some people like to put pickles in it, and it's okay. But when they put too much pickles, it's no longer the egg salad goes away.
Yeah, because sometimes too much pickle, then there's the pickle juice, and then kind of ruins,
Yes, but this is great. My wife who loves egg salad. I'm gonna have to. She's gonna love this.
So this you put that on a croissant or on a baguette, when it's just slightly warm,
Oh, your croissant and that is an egg salad sandwich.
I need to get away from this because I will just eat the container.
Right. As good as it is, you can't eat the whole thing. It's not good for you.
Oh yeah, just with the spoon, and crackers, whatever I can find to put on it.
Oh man,
I'm addicted to it.
Yeah.
It is really, really good.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I really like your bread too. It's almost like kind of buttery. Tastes really nice.
Yeah, we have great bread, and we use unpotted flour, and so we have a baker. We do everything we don't do. We have professional that work for us. Whether it's individual or company. And they just do a fantastic job.
And I know I've had some of your baked goods that your wife has told me that it was made by somebody else.
Yes.
So Ti has never been in your shop. So you have a what do you call it? A rack or not a rack? A showcase there.
Yes.
And a lot of all your baked goods are in there. And
yes.
And I have to say this out loud too. Your quiches are amazing.
Thank you.
Oh actually, my God. I can confirm I had the quiche.
Oh yeah, you did have the quiche. Yes, your quiches are amazing. My mom has been sick, so I brought her one the other day, and she almost died eating it.
Oh, thank you.
In a good way.
Yeah. I mean, your quiches are just like they're like
buttery, flaky.
They're light, and it's not like heavy. It's so good. So, but your baked goods are really good too. And which ones does this person make? Because I've had your eclair, I've had your chocolate cake, the chocolate white mousse cake. Is that all coming from this other baker?
So, the croissant, the chocolate croissant, and the bread is one baker, and the eclair is another pastry chef. Okay. And all the tarts, fruit tarts, whatever you see, it's Carol.
Carol, and that's your
That's my work wife.
your work wife.
Yes, I'm lucky enough. I have 2 wives.
That is awesome. And Carol, I've met Carol. She's a great person.
She's a fantastic person, and they both, between her and my wife, between my work wife and my real wife, they keep me in line.
It sounds like you need to be kept in line. That sounds.
I need to.
Yeah.
I need
to. Now, Carol, what does she make in the shop? Because I know I had just tried her. It was like an little almond bread, not bread, but it was like an almond pastry.
Yes, pretty much all the almond pastry thing, all the little chocolate ganache, all the little tart, the fruit tarts. We do a bunch of flourless chocolate cake. That's all Carol. And Alain, her life husband, make more like the dinners, the coq au vin.
Okay.
We all work together. Everybody is doing something,
And it's all in that place right there.
Yes, in the little tiny kitchen.
Wow. I never hear yelling back there. Because I'm Italian, so every Italian family knows there's always yelling in the kitchen.
Well, we yell.
That makes the food taste good, right?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. We actually yell before we open,
Okay, get it out of your system then. Okay.
That's why you came the other morning,
Yes.
And, I was so busy, and Carol told you, he's very busy because I
she's like, he's not talking to you right now. I'm like, I got it. Don't worry. I'm out.
He's not talking to anybody. I was actually time out.
Oh, you look stressed out. You came like, I got to go.
I had my wife and her mad at me.
Mad at you for talking to me, right?
No. I got too much order at the same time, and I was like,
it was fine.
It's fine. All good.
So I think we're going to move into the second phase of this whiskey. So you have that white cup right there. Grab an ice cube out of there. Throw it in the glass. Or 2 ice cubes, however you want to do it. I'm actually going to throw 2 because I'm going to pour a little extra because I seem like I'm eating a lot of food here.
So I kind of almost feel like this whiskey doesn't need any ice.
Yeah, we're going to find out.
We're actually going to find out. I was almost going to say the same thing.
It's so nice and smooth that...
Yeah, I already like this neat. This is something I know I drink neat.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it, though.
Thank you.
It's all about the adventure.
So I think we should move on to the... What was the other thing you brought us here?
Oh, I brought a croque monsieur. So this is made on our homemade brioche bread with a little bechamel sauce, a touch of Dijon, ham, and cheese.
It sounds awesome. It smelled awesome.
Yeah, so let's...
do we want to do that one, or do we want to wait for this one?
Let's do coq au vin for that one.
Okay.
Yeah, the main course.
Gotcha.
The main course.
Perfect.
So
there you go.
A little piece here. There you go.
All right.
There you go.
There we go.
Thank you.
I'm very much looking forward to this.
All right.
I want to try first.
Oh, yeah, no, first we do the whiskey. Go back to the whiskey.
Yes.
That smell has got very mellow, which I would expect that to happen with the ice.
Yeah, no, it's not as much smoke.
No, not as much smoke. I think the lemon's a little more there. The mint, I'm not really getting.
It was like, yeah.
Let's just go to the taste. Let's just go right to the taste here.
The chocolate came out.
Yeah, that fudge. That fudge is there now. That chocolate's
not the
there.
caramel anymore.
No, the caramel's gone. The fudge is there. That oaky's gone. I think that malt's there. I don't know if I'm getting that cherry, but I'm definitely getting that fudge. I think it might very to chocolate on this one.
Yeah, it's like it went from kind of smoky to chocolate.
Yeah.
Kind of smoky to chocolate.
I think I preferred neat.
Yeah. I think for me, I would definitely drink this. Probably
100% neat.
Yeah, this is a neat one.
Also, this is going in my collection.
Yes. Oh, yes, absolutely. The guy at Total Wine was 100% correct on this.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, he's like this new player, but this is they got a good buzz at the store there. They get a lot of sales on it right now. So
it's so good. And the fact that it's only $40.
Yeah, that's really
that's the crazy part. It's so good.
And we've learned that for all our shows. It doesn't matter their price. It really doesn't. We've had whiskeys that were $15 that were amazing. That blows away the $40 or $50 bottles, and we've had $100 bottles. They're all right.
Yeah,
it's not. It's really how good it is when it comes right down to it.
It comes down to the master distiller.
You go first.
You want me to go first?
I want you to go first on the food tasting.
Oh boy.
Here.
That's freaking awesome. That is so good.
I love what people face when
Yeah,
they eat.
Ti, your facial expression is
Yeah.
like pure like food pleasure right now.
Exactly.
Like you just hit something like you've never had before.
I want like 10 of these.
Well, I give you the business card when
Hey, there we go.
we are open
Done.
Tuesday to Saturday.
Done. This is so good.
And you close at 3 o'clock every day, right? Or try to?
We close at 4. We
Oh, okay.
try to close the kitchen around 3:30, but most of the time we're here until whatever because we are neighborhood business and we have customer, sometimes they just made it late and we don't close the door
Right,
and
right.
people
So how's that pair with the food that you just...
So good.
So, but I think it's still,
Different. It's different, right? So I would like to try this neat with the croque monsieur. How do you pronounce it?
yeah, croque monsieur.
Croque monsieur. Monsieur.
I'm going to do that
Yeah,
because
you know.
I just dumped mine. If you want to dump yours, you want to go back
Yes,
to neat.
please. Yeah.
Because I do agree that this is much better neat, 100%. You want me to dump yours, Ti?
No,
Don't waste it, right? No. Okay.
no wasting it. But it is really good. It's just different because with this one, it was such a rich flavor with this.
I almost think, I will drop a big ice cube just to chill the glass a tiny bit.
That's all you'd really need.
Just maybe on a, just chill the glass and just, that's it.
Yeah, just like,
yeah.
even just put it in the freezer. You don't even need ice. Right? How good is that?
Oh, my God. Christopher, this is amazing. Oh, my God.
Right? Now try it with the whiskey. It is good on ice, but it's going to be better.
That is a much better pairing. What being neat with this. This is amazing. What did you call this? What was this one more time?
Croque monsieur.
Croque monsieur. That is amazing.
It's a very typical French sandwich, So,
What kind of bread is that?
so that's a brioche bread.
Okay.
Okay. And so what you also do if you top this with a sunny side up is called a croque madame. I know. Sounds fancy. I know.
Oh, my, really?
Yes.
It sounds really good.
Well, it's French, so he has to be a little naughty,
Oh, I like being naughty.
So we do.
Oh, I can imagine that with a nice little fried egg on top of that.
Exactly.
Oh.
And this is something in France we do for lunch or dinner, You have a croque monsieur, croque madame, with a little...
It's an everyday,
salad.
it's a very everyday type of...
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man.
Because it's very comfort food, So you don't have to do it with a brioche bread. You can do that with any type of white bread, I will say, Very easy,
Very easy.
You need the bread, a bechamel sauce, It's very easy to, touch of Dijon, ham and cheese, and that's it,
It's so good.
And what kind of cheese is on it?
So this is a blend of cheese. There's a little bit of provolone. There is Emmental. There's Swiss. There's probably dispatched a little bit of Gouda, if I remember. I'm sorry.
Okay.
That's a free. That's the 3:30 a.m. batch. I don't.
Oh, that's right, because you
So
went,
it's 7 p.m. I don't remember.
So you that's right. You went to work at 3 a.m. this morning.
Yes, sir.
Yes, that's the life of a baker. That is the life.
Yes, we were very busy, and
Yep.
yeah, this is what
So
we do.
once upon a time, I owned a restaurant and bakery in Long Island, and our bread baker came in midnight, 1 o'clock. The pastry chefs came in 3 o'clock
Yes, sir.
in the morning. The bread bakers and pastry chefs would get into a fight usually.
Yes, because there is one oven.
Yeah, exactly,
And they both don't agree with the temperature of the oven.
Every once in a while, I get the phone call. I have to go back. I have to go in there at 4 o'clock in the morning. And like, okay, guys, this is what we're gonna do.
Well, sounds like picnic.
Yes. Oh, this is amazing.
Thank you.
It's fantastic.
Once again, this is one of those things my wife would love because she loves cheese. She loves ham.
I think anybody who at least enjoys ham would enjoy eating this. Yes. 100%. This is so delicious. I like the Dijon. It's nice. Like it's a nice surprise because everything's super rich, and then you get that nice kind of like mustardy pepper flavor in there. It's really good. I've never had this before. So
And because it's a brioche, it's that soft bread.
yeah,
This is just amazing, and
It's very
and
yummy.
honestly, I mean, you between the how do you say tapenade and this and the egg salad. I mean, what a pairing to go with this
What
whiskey.
you should do is go
fantastic
crazy
pairing.
and just make that in the bread as well, and then make the whole sandwich together.
Oh,
Do one layer of the egg salad in there too. Why not? Just get crazy with it.
why not? Why not?
So how long have you been open now?
We've been open for almost 2 years
2 years
already. Yes.
And I found you almost a year ago. I'm sorry. I should have found you much earlier.
It's never too late.
I have to admit how I found you was through Yelp, by the way.
Really? Yeah.
Yes.
A lot of people. We have a lot of people find us through Yelp.
Yeah.
Which I'm very.
Because I was looking for a place for lunch one day. We work remote, and I was like, "What is this picnic sandwich shop?" It's like, and I knew where it was. I'm like, "There's a place in there to eat," And then I eventually made it to you. And I tried your Cuban sandwich, which is very, very good. That's a very good Cuban sandwich you make for being from France. That's a
Well, there's a story behind that Cuban.
oh really?
Yeah. If you have a minute, I can
We have a
tell
minute.
We have plenty of minutes.
all right.
We have two more whiskeys to go.
okay.
We have plenty of minutes.
So my beautiful wife, Frances, born and raised in Miami, love Cuban food. So when we talk about having a business, like having a sandwich shop, she said we need to have a Cuban sandwich. I'm like, we're opening a French thing. Like, what are you talking about? Say no. We need to have a Cuban. Okay, all right. The wife said that, so So anyway, we went a few times to Miami, tried every Cuban sandwich you can possibly, try, all the places,
'Cause everyone's different. Yeah, exactly.
And then for weeks and weeks, we try to make some Cuban sandwich at home. With this, with that, this, with that, until we find the perfect recipe. Until she find the perfect recipe, something that she thought, and I have to be honest, I made a lot of Cuban sandwich at home. A lot. A lot.
Until you find that perfect.
The balance.
Yeah, until she and she's a real foodie, and it's very funny because she's not in a food business ever. She just loves food, but everything she does about food, whatever, she just nail it, And we come across that recipe. I mean that combination of thing, and she told me that's the one.
So did she grow up in Miami?
She grew up in Miami, yes.
So she was really surrounded by that Cuban culture, that Cuban food.
Exactly.
Oh, so she probably has a good knowledge of that kind of.
She has a great. It's funny because she has a great knowledge of French food also.
Okay.
It's very. I'm like, and
Before she met you.
before she met me,
Okay.
she had a great knowledge. She's.
Was it just like an interest that she do anything with restaurants or anything?
No,
Or
she
just-
well,
just
when she loved food, maybe it's from a past life. I don't know, but she's really, really, really good. She.
So
That's awesome.
who was your biggest influence in your cooking? Was it your uncle? Was it your grandma? What really? Cause I had a chef that worked for me, and his grandmother was his main influence. Taught him everything. So
Yes, I think my grandma.
she was your main
because
influence.
well, yes, because I just to this day I remember the smell of whatever she had going on in the morning, and I relate to that every day, and
That is awesome. That is
Yes.
awesome. Yeah, no. As I said, for me, my dad was one of my big influences. My mom was my big influence too. Both of them. I was lucky to have two good parents that knew how to cook. And I remember my grandma going to her house, and the Sunday morning started making Italian gravy. I asked, I was like probably your age, 6, 7, asking questions about
Yes.
how to make this gravy, and so I took my dad's and my mom's and hers, and I've morphed it into what I make now. But it's all from their influence, 100%.
exactly. But same here. I was a little boy, and I helped my grandma, make the pasta, make whatever, So Sundays was awesome because pretty much every Sunday it was a family, thing.
Yep.
Either at my grandma or at my parents' house, But my grandma was a little more special, because
Right.
we always have kind of the same thing, We start by crudité. She always have the best produce, like a little sliced tomato and asparagus and artichoke and all that great yummy thing. And she used to do a dressing to this day, I don't know how to make it. I tried so many times. She gave me, when she was alive, give me the recipe 100 times. I never could do that,
There's some things that you can't reproduce.
Exactly.
Especially grandma stuff like that.
Exactly.
It's very hard to do.
So we always add this, and then we add, she either make a pizza or pissaladière, which is very traditional, like a thing from south of France. It's kind of like onion cooked with anchovy on a pizza dough, And then we had pasta, either homemade ravioli or gnocchi.
I was going to ask you about raviolis. My grandma made her own homemade raviolis. Yes. Oh, I know.
And then we have the ragu.
Oh, okay. Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
And you have to have, and she served everybody.
Yes.
And she give whatever she give you.
You had to eat. Oh, you finished that plate. There's no diets going on that day. No, there's no diet. There was no diets that day.
So, I don't know, lunch used to start around like 1 p.m.,
Yes,
and we get out of the table at 5 p.m.,
Yes.
Stuffed, And then I always remember to say, well, for tonight, I have a little soup and...
we're still eating. Okay.
And we had to, It's...
Now, did she grow her own stuff too? Her own, herbs? Did she grow her own veggies? Did she grow her own tomatoes? Did you do any growing?
My parents did. My parents have a nice little garden, with a bunch of veggie and herbs, I was very fortunate because, between... the milk, the egg, and the olive oil, and the produce. I always had, things that we grew or we go to the farm.
Right. Yeah, because my grandparents they grew all their own. And it was in New York, so they would grow the tomatoes. Wintertime, they stewed the tomatoes, put them in jars in the basement.
Yes. My parents did the same thing.
Yeah, that was a big thing. And, I remember being a kid playing in the garden, helping my grandfather in the garden. And they were very big into growing their own stuff. He always grew peppers, tomatoes.
Yep.
Every kind of herb, and then big on, my grandma made her own jellies. So it was always blueberry jellies, strawberry jellies, and boysenberry jellies.
Oh, cool.
Always made them. And it was all from the garden. They never went to a store. For that kind of stuff, So I think, I'm gonna take that away. I still have some food here, So we're gonna move on to our next whiskey here.
We do,
and then we're gonna get the story about Piknik, where that came from. Okay, so wait, I'm gonna take a bite here.
Yeah, go for it. All right. Yeah, go ahead, crush it. Yeah, go ahead. Christophe's gonna go check on the food real quick. The coq au vin.
Oh my God!
I know, it's ridiculous. This is like the best treat ever.
Oh my God! And you're right that Dijon. Mm-hmm. I mean, it just it's not overbearing. It blends with it when you're eating it. It's just so good. And this I can get this from your shop. I can order this. Okay.
Yes, every day, right?
Yes, sir.
Every day you're
every
open.
Day.
Is this on the menu?
I'm open.
Is this on the menu?
Yes, sir. And you can even if you ask Carol, if she's in a good mood, I'm joking. you have to cut that line, okay?
But nope, that's staying.
Oh no, that's
staying. We offer also the croque madame, which I really wrong comment because the sunny like a fried egg on top of this is.
I couldn't imagine. And you make very good soups there too, by the way.
Thank you.
Your asparagus soup is to die for.
Oh, this is what we had today.
Oh, you had that today?
Yes, sir.
And I've had your mushroom soup, your vegetable, but that asparagus soup, there's something very special about that soup.
So we made everything is made in house, and I made a little bit of soup, but Alain make most of them, and we Alain is crazy about we make our own broth, the vegetable broth. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh man, your stuff is true homemade here.
Well, it's an old style, our background, it's back in the days when we learn how to be a chef, you get your veggie, you wash them, you peel them, but with the peel, you make the vegetable broth,
Yep.
That's it, and this is what we do,
That's awesome.
You make difference,
Well, I need to try it because if it's to die for.
Oh yeah. I mean, and you make because I brought my mom the chicken soup. She was like, "That's one of the best chicks I've ever had."
Thank you.
And my mom's, my grandmother's from Russia, Jewish, so she makes that Jewish chicken soup, and it's that was like how my mom grew up, and she's like, "This is amazing, this soup." Like everything you make is amazing. I want to clean your glass out real quick.
Thank you.
We're going to move on to the next phase here. I think you said it was almost ready.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I'm looking forward to this. Yes. So, what is the next dish that we're getting into?
So the next dish, it's a very traditional bistro French dish.
Okay.
And it's called coq au vin.
Coq au vin.
Yeah, coq au vin. So the original recipe, like when we did it in France, it's actually made with rooster. Coq is rooster. Yep. We can't find rooster even in France, So the recipe moved to using chicken, So it's pretty much a braised chicken. We braised that with a red wine. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
With bacon, mushroom, and it's like a chicken stew,
Okay.
So it has to be marinated for a while, and then when the chicken is marinated with all that wine, we dry them out, sear the chicken, and start the stew. Add the onion, the bacon, the mushroom.
I mean, it smells fantastic. I can smell it wafting.
Oh yeah, no, the house smells amazing right now. Is this one of your better sellers at Piknik?
It's one of them. Every dinner that we do every French classic. We do coq au vin, we do bœuf bourguignon, we do a lot of stew. Everyone, there's no. I don't. It's definitely they're all bestseller. I have to say
I can't.
We do
imagine they would have.
We
just
do
a
classic.
single.
We don't.
Yeah.
We never come up with something that that doesn't exist or
Right. But why would you? I mean,
People aren't aware of or something like that.
we don't add pineapple in there. I always like to joke. We don't add pineapple.
You're not making it Florida. It's like a tropical style.
Exactly. No.
And you shouldn't. And honestly, these dishes should be the way they should be made.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly. We have respect of what we do. Our training is based of the French technique and pretty much from Auguste Escoffier, which was a very renowned chef, and who kind of write the Bible of the French cuisine,
Okay.
And this is our background, we learn with that Bible, so we make everything according to that Bible. Period.
And you said you went to culinary school in France.
Yes, sir.
How many years?
About 3 years.
Okay. All right.
About 3 years. I have very basic diploma,
Okay.
we call that in France like a CIP, it's
Okay.
very 2.5 years, 3 years, we have
because
You're cooking at a master level, so I think you're.
Well, you've also been you've been going to school since you were 6 years old, really, through your grandma.
Yes.
uncle.
I have a strong
Does that restaurant still exist in France? Your uncle's restaurant? Has it been passed down to generations?
So no. So actually, my uncle's restaurant, for the funny story, they're in England.
It was in England.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
my mom family immigrated in England.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
That's the interesting part.
So you
right.
grew up in France, but then you worked for your uncle in England.
So I grew up in France, and every summer vacation I will go to England. For my vacation help my uncles, which my mom brothers and sister, uncles and aunt, who own a couple restaurant in England.
Oh, okay. And they're still there now to this day?
They're still there now to this day.
Oh,
exactly.
Awesome. All right, so I'm going to pour us a little Glenlivet here.
Yeah.
Once you do the history for Glenlivet, while I'm pouring here. And we've actually talked about Glenlivet before.
We have.
I've actually changed the history a little bit. Not changed the history, but
Unacceptable.
I kind of rewrote it a little bit, got some different information from the last time, because honestly, Glenlivet has a very long history.
You do.
So I kind of added some extra things from last time.
So it's all lies. Gotcha.
Yes, I made them all up. Absolutely. Made in my backyard.
All right, here we go. He made it up because he didn't put the Glenlivet. He just put Glenlivet. It's a renowned Scottish whiskey distillery located in Speyside region of Scotland. Its history dates back to 1824 when it was officially established by George Smith. George Smith started learning his craft of distilling whiskey in 1822. In 1823, the Excise Act was passed allowing for the legal production of whiskey in Scotland under certain conditions. George Smith seized this opportunity and obtained the first license to legally distill whiskey in the Glenlivet region.
That's kind of cool.
It is.
Yes.
The Glenlivet Distillery was created in 1824 by George Smith and his son John Smith. By 1839, they were producing 200 gallons a week. The name of Glenlivet is the meaning of Valley of the Smooth Flowing One. So,
but this tonight we're drinking the Glenlivet 15-year-old.
Yeah, we are. Well, it's a 15-year-old, and this one is the French Oak Reserve.
Yes.
So
the French connection tonight.
Yes. So the 15-year-old single malt Scotch whiskey gets a distinctive, rich, and exotic character from a process of selective maturation, in which a proportion of the spirit is matured in French oak casks. In fact, the Glenlivet were one of the first to use French oak for making whiskey, a technique that has since been imitated the world over. Its low density allows the whiskey to sink deep into the wood.
That's kind of cool. It's an interesting history about Glenlivet. I like that Gaelic thing, the Valley of the Smooth Flowing One. I like that.
So on the nose, we're going to get some buttercream, some floral roasted almond, and then our taste is going to be fruity, buttery almonds, cream, nutty, and cinnamon spice.
So I'm definitely getting that floral. You smell it, that floral's there, in my opinion. A little bit of that buttercream.
I can even, actually, I can smell a little cinnamon-ish.
Yeah, the cinnamon's there, a little spicy. It's
exactly.
like kind of tickling my nose a little bit.
Exactly, tickle your nose, exactly.
That's nice.
I don't know if I'm getting that roasted almond in there, though, on the nose.
It could be a little bit like sweeter, right? Roasted almond.
It could be, yeah.
I don't know. It's good.
You tasted it?
No.
Well, we've already had this. I mean,
I've had this
before. We both have them in our personal collections.
Yes.
This is one of our favorites. Like we've drinking this before. This is one of our favorite whiskeys to partake in, if you will, especially with a nice cigar.
Why don't you give it a shot, Christophe? Take us into the tasting. Let us know what you think. He has a much more refined profile, like tasting profile, than we do.
Yeah. Well, he has years of cooking experience for that.
I love wine, and I learned a lot about wine. I did a lot of what we call oenology. So I did a little ton of wine tasting. And my nose is, I have
very sensitive,
sensitive nose and very sensitive palate. So I'm. All connected, and I'm already, like I just have a first taste, and I definitely the taste for me the first I taste the almond, toasted almond. Mm-hmm. I don't taste the cinnamon. I can smell the cinnamon, but I can't taste it right now.
Yeah, that spice is gone when you taste it. The spice is not in my mouth at all. It's buttery in my mouth for sure.
Yes. It's quite delightful. I have to say.
Yes,
it's very. Very different from the first one,
Oh yeah, totally different.
I have to say I had a crush on the first one.
Okay. I like that. You have a crush on the first one. That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's
for
awesome.
Sure.
Yeah, and the price point on this, it's 80 proof. Well, all scotches are 80 proof, and it comes right down to it. I don't think I've seen any more ever over 80 proof. These are $79.99. I always use Total Wine as my price point, but $79.99 for a 15-year-old is really not a bad pricing for this. It's a good treat. Treat yourself. This is the one that you keep in your cabinet. You don't pull it out every weekend. You make this one last. Oh, you make this one last. You
just go buy another bottle, right?
Yeah.
Life is too short.
It is very short.
I think you need to with moderation. But you need to enjoy every bite of it.
Well, we have a T.I. and myself have a very large cabinet, unfortunately, of whiskey.
I have a very large cabinet of wine.
Oh, do you? Okay. Are you a red wine guy, white wine guy? I mean, or in the middle, you kind of go both directions?
I have red and white.
Okay. So you go both ways. Some people will lean more to the red.
No.
So you're right there.
Both. I don't have hardly any rosé. Yeah, I have a couple of rosé in the fridge. In my regular fridge, just
in case someone comes over.
Yeah, you know,
Okay.
it's whatever, you know.
So for reds, you know, I used to be into my red wines until acid reflux took over.
That's usually what happens.
You know, I used to love my Pinot Noirs. You know, that was one of my main go-tos, and the Cabernet Sauvignon. So those are my two where I focus my collections on. Was that, you know? What about you? What was?
I like Syrah very much.
Okay.
I like Syrah. I like grape that maybe a little bit more complex, you know, I need more complexity. But I love Syrah, so that's all of from the south of France, like most southern, you know.
Okay. I do like a good Burgundy too, by the way.
Oh yeah. I mean, 99%. All right, maybe 100% of my wine collection is French.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
a Coach Duron. Coach Duron.
Yeah, it's Côte d'Iron, Loire Valley, Burgundy.
Okay.
I have only a few Bordeaux, you know.
Okay.
I have a few, then, you know, just for the heck of it. I'm not a big Bordeaux guy. I think they're overrated, you know.
Okay.
Always, you know.
Sure. So I think we should get the food.
I think so.
I think we need to start pairing this
This
with
is
food.
very good.
I'm telling you, man.
I agree.
This is
I'm
one of
gonna get a
one of my
couple.
favorites.
Christophe is off.
You're gonna bring the okay.
Yeah.
I'm having such a good time tonight.
Same.
This is so much fun doing this with our guest here, and Christophe is an amazing guest.
I agree.
And the food is just ridiculously good.
Yes. I'll go and help.
Yeah, okay.
Talk to him, Gabe.
So I'm going to give you guys a little preview of what's going on here. So right now they're going to the stove. Ti is going to be pulling out get a bowl. We're going to bring this to the table. This is really good. So, you know, I've talked about this man's bread. It's really good, and the whiskeys are pairing great with it tonight. You couldn't go better with what we got going on so far, and I'm really excited to try that third one. We've actually tried that third one time before. We're going to bring that. We'll talk about that when we get to that point. But, you know, you can never go wrong with this Glenlivet. Highly suggested for anybody out there who likes their Scotch. Just as Christophe said, you know, life is short. Treat yourself. Get these higher ends. Get these ones that are, you don't want to spend more than 30 every once in a while. Go higher. But this is I'm looking forward to the smell in this house. Is just amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Perfect. Nailed it.
Okay.
We're almost ready.
Oh man, you took the egg salad away from me. Oh man. You know, this London Square that we had, the first one, this is definitely gonna be in my cabinet going forward. Yeah, 100%. Because this is like neat. It was so good, and I'm really looking forward to really getting into this Coq au vin and really trying it with the whiskey. This is going to be so much fun. All right, they're putting the food in the bowls. This is getting exciting. All right, here we come with the food. Oh my gosh.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, thank you, sir. Can I have another?
All I know is it smells ridiculous. That's all I can tell everybody.
I've seen this in your store multiple times. I've been in there. I know I've had your beef. One of your beef dishes I've had. I'm trying to blank on which one I've had. Yes, that is to die for, too, by the way. And I got my neighbor hooked on you. He's bald, kind of looks like me a little bit. His name is Dan. And he loves you. He totally loves you. And we always talk about your food. Like we always compare notes.
When the food's so good, you have to compare notes.
Oh yeah. Ti, you went right in. Wow, you went right into it, man.
I wasn't holding back.
What's going on in there, Ti?
Holy moly.
Hey, hand me one piece of bread. Actually, you put that back out here. Take the bread away from me. That's like sacrilege what you just did.
You know what? Calm down.
Italians, we gotta have bread on every meal.
That is so good. Christophe.
Look, take a piece of bread.
Oh yeah, for the sauce, right? Oh yeah, that's what I want to do.
There you go. Come on, Gabe's, get in there. Get your piece of bread. Get some of the sauce on there.
I'm going to dip right in. I'm going to take the spoon. Don't lick the spoon.
I need to tell you that.
So I'm going to try the bread first.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Mm-hmm. Oh, I just hit some kind of food bliss. That sauce.
Right.
It's ridiculously good.
And you said you soak this in red wine? For how long?
About
Oh, wait. Yeah, for how long?
about 24 to 36 hours.
Oh, wow. You got pearl onions in here.
You have pearl onions, you have mushroom, you have real bacon. You have a real big piece of bacon. That actually bring like a little bit of the smoky flavor of that dish, you know.
This is delicious. And so, like, how long do you cook it for?
So it's between 3 to 5 hours. It really depends on how many we make and the temperature and sometimes how much time we have. To be honest,
I mean, this is like butter, like in your mouth. It just melts in your mouth.
Oh yeah, and it's like definitely can taste the red wine. I mean, you can smell it too. Like it was very, very
It
prevalent.
explodes in your mouth. All right, so
Does it pair though?
I'm pairing it.
Will it pair? That is the question everyone wants to know.
Oh, I think it does.
it's fantastic.
I think it's a great pairing.
Oh, that is a good
I
pair.
think you, Michael, you really nailed the pairing
Yeah,
tonight.
no,
Right?
this is
No,
that
you-
goes
I'm, like,
perfect with
impressed.
this. Oh,
That is a really good pairing.
it
We are
does because
pairing,
that
like
that buttery, that almond, that cream coming from that whiskey, going with this red wine that's exploding in my mouth and this flavor. Oh,
It is
you know,
ridiculous.
everybody out here, you got to go to picnics. You got to get this dish. How much is this? Because you bought the container that you sell. How much is this?
So it's about $32,
it's well worth it.
and it usually served to people, if we serve one, we sell that $27,
It's 100% worth it.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's enough there. You probably get 3 people out of this too. Like
This you can feed 2 people. The one, so 2 people for $32,
I mean, that's going out to eat.
yeah.
Exactly. You have a bunch of, you have mushroom, you have potato, So, if you do a little salad on the side, you have a full meal, for.
Oh man.
But pick up one of the the baguettes while
Oh,
you're there.
Exactly. Oh, yeah, exactly.
Oh, you got to have
Exactly.
a baguette with this. You
Oh,
have
yes,
to.
yes.
There's no other way around that. You have to have your baguette
Yes,
with
just-
this.
Just to suck the sauce in,
And you've also been doing sourdough recently too, right? For a while, you were making sourdough baguettes and regular baguettes.
Yeah, we have the regular baguette. We've been playing, to make like more like a rustic baguette, but the Florida water is very tricky.
It is.
So humid right now. So
It is. No, I understand that.
it's a challenge to do,
Tasting that sauce and then having that whiskey right after it, it like blends it together. Oh my god! So, the name Picnic. What got you to that name because it says it's Picnic Sandwich Shop and French Bakery, but where did the name Picnic come from?
Well, so my wife and I were trying to think about like a cool name, something that that stick to people and but really also something was kind of meaning to us and meaning to. And we just thought about picnic. Oh wow, picnic! Like why don't we? Picnic is a cool name. It's like why can you eat when you can have picnic? And this we just start to talk about it and we feel like maybe we can we could bring a little bit of happiness and joy, like you have a little
Like the
lunch break.
nostalgia from the
Yes,
childhood, right?
Because I think we all have a good memory.
Yeah.
Yes.
Of having picnic
about
with
a
the
picnic.
family.
Yes. Absolutely.
There's no doubt about it.
Just the the whole idea of the picnic was always bring the basket, go outside.
Exactly.
It's always nice. It's a nice thing.
I remember the most exciting thing for me as a child, thinking about picnic, it was getting the picnic ready, get the fresh bread, get the saucisson, I don't know if you add saucisson, which is a French kind of a French hard salami,
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I love
that's-
salami.
You need next time we usually have this on special quite often. You need to try this.
Okay.
Baguette, a little bit of butter, the cornichon, the French pickle, and the saucisson.
Oh, okay.
It's to die for.
Oh.
It's to die for. I'm sorry I didn't bring any tonight.
That's okay. We forgive you.
I was,
If this wasn't so good, that would be a problem. But,
we ran out of it. Yesterday we're waiting for a shipment, and it will eventually come next week.
Oh.
But just remembering, we used to, go to the charcuterie place, get like sliced deli meat, ham, and get some pâté de campagne, and just my mom used to make like great tomato salad from the garden,
Okay.
with parsley and basil and onion and there's always somebody, and we just thought about, hey, that's actually a cool name, just bring a little bit of fun, and this is how we come up with that,
I mean, that's a fantastic name.
yeah, no, it is, and I like how it was inspired, where you brought back a memory,
Yes.
Yeah.
and you're trying to bring. I think what your goal is trying to bring back the memory for people to come in and taste your food and like picnic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so you said you had a motto for your.
Yes. So it's why just eat when you can picnic?
Nice. I like that.
Just and actually my wife came up with my I have to say, because she's the brain
It's good to have the brains around you.
yeah
Yeah,
she's,
we need that as men. We need the brains.
she's my my biggest supporter, and also the one who hold me will hold me up and give me the the power and the energy to put things together, and again she's a great foodie, and she got a great knowledge about food, and she always nailed it,
And she's from I grew up in Miami, born and raised in Miami.
born and raised in Miami.
So she's actually a native Floridian,
yes,
which
sir.
are rare to find here.
Exactly.
That
Oh,
is, that
well,
is very rare.
she's rare. Period.
You're just a rare person.
Yes. Yes.
Florida
I'm-
or not. Floridian or not.
Exactly. I'm the luckiest guy on earth.
That's awesome. Well, I'm happy you guys found each other, because it
Thank
sounds
you.
like it's been working out very well.
Yes, for sure.
I can't get over the flavors here.
I know it's
I
really
mean,
good.
I'm totally in food heaven right now. Like, I'm hitting so many levels right now. It's horrible. I'm
It's actually going on being quiet. I'm just kind of like, man, I'm eating some really, really good food.
I'm having like food orgasm right now. It's
know, it's good, right?
amazing. Yeah. Oh my god. And the whiskey, like I said, it's such a good pairing tonight.
It really is.
What we got going on here. I almost don't want to put this on ice tonight because the way it's going with the food.
Yeah, we got to them.
I know we got
Them's
it.
the
Yeah, we have
rules,
our
man.
rules. We have our rules. We got to try it on ice.
Gotta
But
try
man,
it.
this is going so well.
It is a really nice whiskey. Would you like some more, Christophe?
You know what? I like to try with ice.
Okay, sure.
I'm curious.
All right, let's jump into the ice.
I'm very curious.
You can leave there. We'll just pour a little bit more in there. We'll put some ice in there for you. So here, let's
But I think,
get the ice in there first.
to me, I think it's going to be like the first one.
Oh, where it's not as good.
I think I'm going to prefer neat.
Uh-oh.
That's no bueno.
I'm so glad you decided to come on our show tonight.
Yeah,
I'm having a
I am.
blast.
Listen,
having a blast right
very
now.
happy to be here. Thank you so much again. I'm very happy, and I'm already thinking we should that often.
Absolutely. In different dishes and talk about
Exactly.
different dishes. And I'll find us good whiskeys to pair. I will find us the good whiskeys.
You know what? It's my first time pairing liquor. If I can,
Yeah.
use a more general, with food, and I'm very impressed. I had no idea, that we could pair like that. It's
No, whiskey is actually very versatile.
Yes.
It's not just there for messing people up or having with a cigar.
all right.
So-
It is very good.
The smell didn't change that much. That floral's still there for me. The buttercream is there.
It's strange because the first swallow that I had, I had like almost like a bite into like something with cinnamon.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Oh, you just tried it?
Yeah, I just
You just went
like,
right at it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just actually on the tip of my tongue, and I just, the cinnamon is right there.
Yes.
Right. It is.
But it's mild. It's not overtaking.
No, but it's interesting that it went from the smell to the taste.
Yeah.
Because you mentioned that it wasn't really in the taste last time. It was all in it's all in the nose. Interesting.
Yeah, that cinnamon really came out with the
Well,
ice.
when you try a
that
wine,
nutty's there.
it's the wine will change. If it's a little chill, or if you warm up the glass a little bit, and I do love cognac, cognac and Armagnac, I'm very passionate about all of after dinner liquor, and it reminds me what we're having tonight. The whiskey kind of remind me those liquor, like they change if you just put your glass, if you just put your hands around the glass and just heat up, just the heat of your hand, it will change dramatically the taste of the cognac or the Armagnac,
Really?
Yes,
Wow.
it's very interesting,
I don't know enough about cognac to.
So I'll actually next time you're on our show, because you definitely come back on our show again. I want you to bring a bottle of your favorite cognac, and you're gonna take us down a path that night.
Definitely.
Let me tell you, I love taking.
Can
a
I
bite
bring
of that
some
food.
wine too?
Absolutely,
Awesome.
absolutely. Yeah, I will. We can. There's not always. It does not always have to be whiskey on this show.
I mean, we are the first.
We are the frisky whiskey, but we can mix it around. We have like one whiskey, one wine, one cognac.
Exactly.
There you go.
That's
Or
like an
two
interesting
twins,
show,
too.
actually.
Yeah.
A little mix up there. I have to admit, I love taking a bite of this food when that flavor explodes in my mouth, and then take a sip of that whiskey.
It's really good.
Oh my god, it's like so good.
It is ridiculously good.
I can't get over how it's just going so well, this whiskey.
Yeah. You done good, Christophe.
Yes, you've done real good.
Yeah, this is really, 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 really good food.
It's actually very nice chilled.
Yeah, it is.
Right, yeah.
So I think like the London Square, chilled, no good. Didn't like it. Wasn't for me. I think Glenlivet, you can go both ways. I really do. And I think I actually like this chilled too. Personally, I think this is nice. It's nice and refreshing chilled.
It is. I
know?
still prefer neat.
You still prefer neat?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I could go both ways. I think this one only neat. I think this one I can go both ways. So I like that. I like that for when the ice is in there, it's kind of refreshing. But I think either way, I think with the neat too, I'm very happy with it. I can go, like I said, both ways. I think equally down the line. For me.
I feel I would probably throw an ice cube if I had, like an early evening,
Okay. Kind of watered down a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Just like, and but if it's like more late, like almost.
You want to have a little thing before bedtime,
I think this, with a little bit of chocolate, can try after,
Oh yeah.
I think, I mean, and
We may have to experiment a little. We may mix a little bit between the two.
if it's possible,
Oh, it's possible.
Anything is possible.
I don't want. I don't want
Don't
to break the
challenge
rules.
us.
I don't want to break the rules.
Challenge accepted. Challenge accepted.
Are you challenging me? Which actually, because we're kind of working towards dessert, so you actually brought some tarts, right?
So yes, I brought some dessert,
They look
and
beautiful.
those are actually all made by our beautiful Carol, and I'm very excited because you're on for a treat.
I'm looking forward to it. I almost
Because
never
I-
get dessert, but I'm looking forward to this.
Well, I'm not allowed to have dessert anymore because. See, listen.
Go straight to your hips.
Listen. They kind of like by side,
Yeah.
And I'm like, can I try the chocolate one? Can I try the lemon? And say, can I go back? So in 2 minutes, I'll, eat 5 of it.
Understood.
so it's more for your sake. You stay away from
Yeah,
dessert.
exactly. I'm trying. It's hard.
So I made a joke one night. I had gotten your eclairs, and I said this as a joke out loud. And I didn't realize. I don't think I realized that you didn't make it, right? I think because your eclairs are made by somebody else. But I literally said, "This man's cream is the best cream I ever had in my mouth."
Oops.
But honestly, your eclairs are so good. I mean, all your pastries good. I've had your fruit tarts. I said recently for my mom. I was in the shop a couple days ago, and I got her it was the white mousse and chocolate mousse. Mm-hmm. That was so light and fluffy. Whoever made that.
So he make the tarte à la nonna, the berry, and the eclairs. And so, okay, we have a little thing with Carol. He's super talented.
Oh my God.
We have a little thing with Carol, because our favorites right now is the coffee eclair. Oh my God.
Oh, I haven't had that one.
That sounds good.
Wait, that's coffee. I didn't know that was coffee.
Coffee eclair.
I have to admit, I thought it was a caramel icing on top.
No. Coffee. This is dangerous.
I'll be there Tuesday.
This is dangerous. We may have some this afternoon. I don't remember.
Oh wow! I don't think I've ever had that before.
We had this afternoon. We cut a chocolate eclair, a vanilla eclair, and coffee eclair. Like as a treat. I mean, we had a long week, and so she made us a little espresso and a little dessert. Those eclairs.
I gotta have one more bite of this. I'm sorry.
There's more. Huh?
Yeah, I have to have one more bite of this. One more little piece, and a little more gravy, a little more
the gravy
sauce. No, it's not gravy. This is sauce. This is sauce. A little bit of carrot there. Yeah. So I want another piece of bread in that sauce too, because I love your bread. I get scared when I buy your bread.
Oh, I'm saving up for dessert.
I get scared.
I'm totally going to eat more. Don't worry.
I get scared when I buy your bread because usually my wife yells at me because I'll eat the whole loaf within one day. I find reasons to eat it. I've been walking around the house. I was running by it, grab a piece off, and just like nibble on it. Your bread is so good, and being Italian, we love our bread.
Yes. Really good.
Yeah, we love our bread in Italian, and your bread is just so good. I like cutting it. I have a griddle on my stove. Mm-hmm. The way my stove is built, it has a built-in griddle. I like slicing it in little long ways and just throwing it in that griddle for a second with a little bit of butter. Oh, with a little coffee on the side.
I know.
Oh,
that sounds good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
my wife yells at me. She yells at me because she wants me to lose weight. I'm trying to lose weight. It's.
Yeah, I know.
Sometimes I have to actually avoid you occasionally.
I'm not mad.
It's so not personal.
I understand.
Oh, no. But I can't control myself with your bread when it's in my house.
Oh, I hear you. I can't control myself, with the bread either. We have a rule, we stop eating bread, because otherwise, we eat a baguette a day,
Oh, yeah. Easily. I can find 20 different things to match a baguette with,
Could you imagine? I'm with those baguettes all day long.
All day long.
When they come out of the oven. So for me, the best when they come out of the oven, maybe 15, 20 minutes after. It's not hot. It's warm. It's crunchy. It's buttery.
That sounds like the best.
Have you tried a breakfast sandwich?
Yeah, she made me one.
So, on a baguette or on a croissant?
I've done it both ways, and I love it on a baguette.
Yes,
because in the morning your baguettes are fresh. And so your croissants. But when you made that egg sandwich with the cheese,
So we bake all throughout the day. Huh? I bake several times a day.
So it's always fresh.
We bake every couple hours or so.
That's unique, actually, because most places don't do that.
Well, a lot of places they
bake it in the morning or that night, and then that's it.
Yeah, no.
And whatever they have for that day, so you're constantly keeping that stuff fresh coming out of the oven.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, dang. And your croissants, I was joking with somebody. Your croissants are so light and flaky. You put it on your hand, it will start floating.
Yeah, good. And the chocolate croissant. And you try an almond croissant?
That's like a cheat for me when I go there. By the way. I love that when I get the almond one. That's my cheating of the croissants for me because that is so good. So I love that almond pastry, that almond paste.
We grind the almond in house. Really? It's a recipe from Le Nôtre, which is a French pastry chef, very famous. So we grind the almond in house. We made the real almond paste. There's no artificial,
Anything.
Wow, and I believe it. It's so good. It's so sweet, and that almond. Oh, I just, one of my, as I said, that's a treat. But my favorite is your spinach Florentine croissant.
Oh, the spinach.
I love that. Like if I get it, it's in the car. It doesn't make it home. It doesn't make it home. That gets eaten on the way home, and then your other croissants are
yummy, right?
Oh,
it's super
yeah.
yummy.
Oh, my one client, and he's a good friend of mine. Every time I go to him, I bring him one. Because he tells me, he's like, you don't walk in this place without that man's spinach croissant. Like, I'm not allowed to walk in there now. I have to lie to him and say you're closed if I can't get to you. Oh, he was closed today, man. I don't know what's going on. Arnold, Arnie. Yep. Yeah, I want to shout out to Arnold. I had a good time with him last week in the Keys. I did a little vacation with Arnie, and I saw him this week, and I brought him your croissant. He loves your. He gobbled that thing up in front of me, like literally. I handed it to him. He goes, "Oh," and we're talking. He's like, gobbled the whole thing up like that. I mean, it was so funny. Like, Dave, did you even breathe? I'm like, did you?
Did you taste it at all?
So yeah,
thank you.
Yeah, no, this is such fun, and I love the way your name Piknik and how you guys came to that name. Yeah. It's such from the heart, really from the heart.
Yeah, we're really trying. Also we wanted to create like a little piece of heaven, like just like where we know our customer. We built a relationship with our customer, not you're not just a number and you come and we get your money and bye bye. We built a relationship with, I think, pretty much every customer that we had.
Hence how we got to here. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And I have to admit, I've noticed that. I from owning a restaurant, and I was owning, the bakery side was more of my uncle running the bakery side. I ran the restaurant, and I always tried to be the face of the restaurant and talk to everybody. And you do that. I see that with you. I see how you talk. You know all your customers. You say hi to every one of them.
Yeah,
you go out of your way to say hi to everyone.
Well, it's
that's important
for me. It's very important because we build relationship. We know the.
Get the people come back and
exactly,
also
and
they feel welcome.
And then people bring families, and we know the mom, the dad, the kids, the grandma, etc. And that makes me happy. I'm very it's for me it's very personal. It's like I want you to love what we do, and I want you to enjoy. And we'll try to go out of our way. For you to enjoy it.
Well, I can say I enjoy it.
Oh, thank you. This is.
So,
I mean, I was just doing. If you saw me, I was just doing my food dance.
Yes.
All of you two was going to say that.
So that's.
Because that sauce is just so good.
Yeah, I'm going to dig it
is
one
really
more
good.
time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I told you, T.I., about this man's bread. I told you.
You did. You did. I think I've had it.
I don't know if I don't know if it lasted that long for me to get it to you.
No idea.
I don't think I've ever had it at my house. If I buy it, chances are it's gone by that night.
Yeah, that's
so true. It doesn't. Like actually, because you talked about the French salami, I've actually I would just go get my Italian salami with your bread, and I would just sit there and like watch TV. Slice it up nice and thin, and I would just take my piece of salami, fold it over, eat it with the bread.
Exactly.
And I would by the time I realized what's going on, almost 3/4 of the loaf is gone, and the entire pack of salami is gone because I've just sat there just doing it. It was just so good. So and it's such a good bread. So yeah, you guys got to go check out Pikniks.
Definitely do.
Everyone listening, you got to run there, get there somehow, and mention the Frisky whiskey when you go there. By the way,
Exactly, and we'll do something special.
Oh, there you go.
I like that.
Yeah,
All right, so I think so. We have a little bit of whiskey here you're drinking left.
Yep.
I think we're going to move into
the Bren.
And this is something I think you're going to enjoy.
I think you're actually going to really like this one
because this is different.
I'm excited. I'm very excited.
This is very different. This one.
It's crazy different.
Yes.
So the first time Mike D and I actually came across this was a couple years ago. Actually, it was 2019, I believe. It was at the Big Smoke Meats Whiskey Fest.
Yes.
Down in Davie or Sunrise or wherever that is.
At the Hard Rock.
Yeah. But yeah, so we were actually just kind of walking around through the Widow Jane booth, and this lady was there just handed us whiskeys, and then she handed us this one, and it was the weirdest, most unusual whiskey that we had at the time.
Yeah.
Because it is anise. There's a lot of that in there, baking spice, stuff like that. So it was like, wait a second, like I've never had a whiskey that tastes kind of like absinthe, I guess, is what I would relate it to, right? Doesn't happen, but it was just weird, right? So I'm excited for you to try this, especially with dessert pairing.
Yep.
Like I can't wait for you to have it.
I think this is going to go great with dessert. Mm-hmm. So what we got to do here to set dessert up? What do we got to do here?
Well, I think.
Do I need to? I have to finish all that bread myself?
No,
Okay.
No. So what we'll do is
I think you should have one. I think we all should have one more piece of bread and tapenade. Just
I mean,
Absolutely.
in the spirit of
You
things.
know what, Ti, a
little bit pre-dessert dessert, right?
Yeah,
Is that what we're calling
absolutely.
this? It's pre-dessert dessert.
You want a little more too? Oh, you want to have it neat? Sure,
yes,
absolutely.
please. Thank you.
I think you're having a good time there, Chris.
I'm
Yes, I think you're
I'm
having a
so
good time.
happy. You know what? And and actually all day I was looking forward to. I'm like, I'm. It was a long day. So that's,
When you start at 3 a.m., that's an extremely long day. Thank you, sir, for setting that up.
Thank you so much.
Spread that out. Yeah, I've never had this before. I have to admit, this is the first time.
Yeah.
And maybe I've had it, but not to this level of the flavor I'm getting out of it.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Now, does it go well with the top nut, though?
Oh, yeah. Keep a little bit in your mouth when you have the whiskey. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's
Oh,
good.
yeah. That spice from the whiskey mixes perfectly with that, in my opinion.
Also, my favorite thing about this is it does have the anchovy funk. I love that.
Yes. It's like
Yeah.
not-
It's like
not
one of my
overbearing.
favorite things.
It's not overbearing, but
No.
it's there. You know?
I love it. It's so good. And you can taste the olives, which is like super good too. So what kind of olives is it?
Just regular black olives.
Is it black? Okay, I thought it was be green. Okay.
Yeah, you don't want to use. Well, you can do with green olives, but you don't want to use like Kalamata olives or things that too much flavor because
It would ruin the dish
Exactly.
itself. It would be the flavor of the dish.
exactly. Actually, the pairing.
That's a good that's actually a good finishing of the dinner. It really, I think that was a great idea. Touche on that one.
And the pairing is very very good too.
And it really goes well with that whiskey. It really does the Scotch, It really goes well with that. Wow. Oh, this is so good.
This is really, really good.
Oh, my God.
Well, I think I'll go and grab, remove some of this stuff off.
Okay. Yeah, phase 3 of the night.
I guess I'll just bring the whole box, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, bring the whole box over. Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Why
Yeah.
not?
If I would say anything, get a fresh knife.
No.
Butter knife. Yes. No, we're not cutting with these knives. Because we got to cut that lemon one in half, because only one lemon one. We got to cut the lemon in half. All right. So I'm doing the play-by-play again. So we're cleaning up the table right now. Here's someone, if you don't mind. Well, I'm giving the play-by-play. So this is the French Connection show. So the London Square, the inspiration came from someone working in France for 12 years, still going to live it. Aged in French oak casks, and then our next one is a whiskey from France. And I'm going to say, France is not known for their whiskeys. They're definitely known for their wines, their champagnes.
That is like the prettiest of pretty desserts.
Oh, this is gonna be good. Okay, let me clean our glasses out here. Yeah, get a picture of that. That's gonna we have to Instagram that. Oh, this is such a fun night. And even if you don't live in this area, find some of these dishes that we're trying tonight. They're out there. They're every area. There's French restaurants all over. Although I'm going to say Christopher's is going to be probably the best ever. But these are such good dishes, and as Christophe said, he never thought about pairing these types of food with whiskey. Be experimental with the whiskey. Definitely be. Oh yeah, put that back in there. Yeah, that's a good idea. So we're putting the rest of the coq au vin back into the pot, if you will. That was so good. That sauce was amazing. I mean, that sauce was with the bread was just amazing. Ugh. As we get ready for the dessert phase of the evening. The dessert phase is coming up. This is going to be, yeah, that's good. Yeah, I guess we should be a little, I'll take a fresh one, please. Thank you, sir. All right. So we're getting ready for the dessert here. This is amazing. I can't wait to hear stories behind this dessert too. And as a fat man, I love dessert. But Mike D is down 6 pounds actually, 6 pounds, down 6 pounds. With a week going to Key West or to Keys, and I was in the Keys last weekend. I think a lot of people saw my posts with the bullet.
All cleaned out, ready to
Yep,
drop?
you're all cleaned out. You just got to catch up a little bit. So I definitely was eating a lot in the Keys, a lot of good fish, but some of it, there's a lot of food there. Good food,
Whew, that was some running around.
Oh, you got it. You okay?
We're good.
You're good.
We're good.
All right. Let me clean you out here.
Delicious.
So far, you're enjoying the two first whiskeys here.
So far, I'm having a lot of fun.
All right, so I'm going to ask you to read the final story here for this one. It's in the bottom there. So while I'm pouring here, I want you to tell the story of...
So, the third one, Breen Estate Cask, founded by the former ballerina turned whiskey entrepreneur Alison Park, who had a passion and dream to make a single malt whiskey that was produced in France. She's from a third generation cognac family in the heart of the cognac region, using her family farm distillery to produce the world's first single malt whiskey aged exclusively in both new French Limousin oak barrel and cognac cask. First released in New York City in 2012, the whiskey embodies the elegant nature of its French terroir and brings a completely new style of French single malt whiskey to the market. The noise.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Yep. Go ahead. Sorry.
The notes were fruit, violet, lilac, clove, vanilla, and apple, and the taste orange, almond, blueberry, hibiscus, spice, oak, anise, chocolate, floral, and honey.
And I'm getting these smells right now. Like I can smell
You can
it
smell
from here.
blueberry just as
The
soon as
blueberries out there, and she's also won a lot of awards now for her whiskey. She's definitely it's a very celebrated whiskey at this point.
I agree.
She's won multiple awards for whiskey of the year.
Oh, wow.
You went right into it. I love this guy. He goes right into it, man.
Wow. Buckle up. Wow.
Right?
Oh,
Just wait till you try it.
Lord.
The apple is there. I'm not getting that close. The lilac's there. The violet's there. That fruit is there. I smell blueberry. Even though it says it tastes as blueberry.
Isn't it so good?
Comfortable. What the
I-
heck is that?
I told you
told
about
you.
this when I was at your restaurant at your shop.
You did.
I've talked to you about this before.
How good is it, though? It's super good. It's just different. It's unlike any whiskey I've ever had.
And it's light. All these flavors are there, but it's light at the same time.
I can't describe right now. It's very unique.
Yes.
It's very unique. It's
That honey's there and the flavor, the
honey. For me, the honey is the most dominant.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
it's like almost like I feel right now in the back of my palate, like honey all around my palate. It's
Yes.
like very yummy, and it kind of like I want some more, you know.
Exactly.
That's going to my collection.
And
I mean, actually, I need to make it. Yeah,
that smell is so out there with that blueberry, but he's right. The honey takes over in your mouth. You know, and
For me, it's like anise.
the
immediate,
anise is
like,
there.
punched.
I'm not getting oak. There's no. I can't find the yolk in here. If it is, I'm missing it.
I look. I can taste the anise a little bit, and it's like on the tip of my tongue, and it's minor. And we have a lot of like anise drink inside of France, you know.
I love that smell.
To me, that's all I get is that. It's
I
like
think
that.
the
It's
blueberry
sweetness.
should be moved up to the nose. It shouldn't be in the taste. You know, I think that blueberry should be in the nose.
Well,
area.
as soon as you pop the bottle, that's all you can smell is
That's
blueberry.
that's all you smell. Yeah.
Like blueberry just filled the room.
You know, I mean, this is such a unique whiskey, and they make a 10-year-old too, by the way. So this is the cask one, and they make a 10-year-old as well. So they have two different ones. And touche to Allison, you know, really for creating such. And this is so you drink cognac. So where does do you see the cognac in here from the cognac cask? It's cognac. I don't drink cognac. I can't remember the last time I had cognac. So I don't know if these flavors are in cognac. Or
No. Probably a little bit from the Glenvillets. This is what
Closer.
remind me. Look, it's
So
two
the
different
Glenvillett's
things.
closer to cognac.
It's
closer.
not like it just remind me.
Okay,
you know?
sure,
It's not
sure.
closer. It just remind me. You
Okay.
know?
Okay.
The brain, like, I don't know. My brain is working. It's just like I'm thinking. Like I'm. It's almost like I'm familiar with that, but I don't know.
It's something you know, but you never come across. In
I
such
don't.
a
I
way.
don't. Right now, I don't remember. So I'm thinking. It's. Oh my god! I wish everybody could taste. It's.
Yeah.
Very unique.
Oh, we highly suggest. We suggested it before, and I'm actually glad we're coming back to it because when we did this on our show, it was the mixologist show. We injected it into it because we found it.
Yeah.
And because when we first tasted this a couple of years ago, it
was not available anywhere.
Couldn't find it anywhere. You only could get it through Widow Jane and pretty much only in New York for a while. Now it's everywhere. I forgot who she teamed up with, but she teamed up with somebody, so it gets out everywhere now.
So
Yeah.
I am holding, just with my two hand, kind of to warm up the, as I warm up the glass a little bit, I can just have like little scent of clove,
The close, yes.
of spice, it's very unique, The taste is still the honey, the honey and the tiny bit of anise, the blueberry for sure,
Yeah, blueberry's on those for me.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah.
This is amazing.
It is.
And it's a good ending too. Even if we're not eating any more food, right? Which we're about to dive into something right now. But I mean, this is like from going to London Square to Glenlivet to this.
Honestly,
I mean, these are like great dinner whiskeys.
Honestly, I invite you just, if it's possible, just to warm up just a little bit.
I need a little bit more because I was
it's almost tastes more syrupy,
All right, I'm going to try your style here, your method here.
Just I think after the London Square, that's my favorite.
Nice. All right. I had a feeling you were going to like this.
It's delicious.
Yes.
I like that we introduced you to a couple ones.
Thank
that,
you.
know.
Thank you guys so much.
You also introduced me to some delicious food, so
Are you?
I'll call it fair. It's even.
Very fair trade-off.
Yeah, even.
And what I like about this one too, like when you stir, there are some legs here. You see the legs in my glass.
Yeah, exactly.
They're separated. They're not close to each other. And you're right. When you put this, the clove comes out when you warm it up a little bit. You are 100% correct.
It's amazing, right?
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
That, I'm telling you already, for sure, is 100% a neat one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think last time we weren't even. I don't think we liked it on ice last time.
We tried.
So I don't
it
think,
killed all the flavors. Everything disappeared.
Yeah, I don't think we do that tonight. I think we stick with
we're
neat.
good.
Yeah, I think we stick with neat on
We've
this
already
one.
done it on ice and found out that it was not good.
Yeah, we didn't like it on ice. It was an immediate shoot down on the ice.
Oh my God, the more you just...
You're right. The more you warm this thing up in your hands, like the way you're doing that, It really.
And the more it gets so syrupy. So,
Yes, it's more syrupy. Yes, that it's like coating my tongue even more now.
Oh, exactly.
Yes.
It's amazing. And that's a great for the dessert. So why, just, I need to ask you, why you thought this one will be better with dessert? I mean, you had it before, but why did you assume
To
that?
me, this seems like an after dinner type of whiskey to me. Right?
Yeah, it's lighter,
when you
less
have
bold
dessert, right?
flavors.
Because of the blueberry. Because when I tried it, the blueberry and the honey and that sweetness that came out of it, I was like, this is like something you have after, not during. You know what I mean? And that's why I was like, this is a great dessert whiskey, in my opinion.
You're absolutely right.
Yes, and so I didn't know what you were going to bring, right? But I figured no matter what you brought.
Oh, this with chocolate.
Well, hey, you know what? What are we waiting for?
I guess we have to. We have to do it.
Yeah, and pull out that one lemon. We'll cut that in fours, and we'll have a little bit of lemon with this one too, because there is the fruit and the honey and the floral in here that's going to go great with the lemon. Let's cut that puppy up. I like that.
You just into for you and
Okay.
I had a million of it.
Just don't worry about it, man. Just palm it. Thank you.
You need to try.
I like that with the marshmallow on top of that. I like that look, that kind of.
So I need to have a chocolate one first, right?
Yeah, I think we go chocolate first. 100% we go
Yes.
chocolate first. All right, so I'm gonna go right into the chocolate right now.
Okay, let's do it. Holy moly, that is so rich.
But that pastry crust around it,
Wow.
like it's light but crunchy and flaky. Oh my god, I love that crust around it, man.
I never know the chocolate that she
is so
used
good.
because she give me a list, and I send the list to a supplier, but she mixed I don't know how many kind of different chocolate and different level of cocoa. It's just
And taking a bite of that chocolate and then jumping into this whiskey, like I said, that honey, that syrup that follows that chocolate, and this is a rich chocolate, but it's not too rich either. It's not like where it's like, oh, I can't. So sometimes when we're talking super rich, I can't eat it. This I can eat, but with this matched with that chocolate, it's like they're meant to go together, right? It was meant to go together. And like I said, I didn't know what you're
It
bringing.
actually almost ends up tasting like coffee.
you're right.
It almost comes out of the coffee.
Yes.
When you drink it with the chocolate.
Is that what I was getting out of that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, is that what I was getting? Okay, 'cause I knew something changed.
Oh, that's so good. Oh, man.
And I like warming it up in my hands like you were doing. I like that because it really makes that syrup comes out.
This is how I learn to enjoy most of cognac and armagnac.
Pairing it with desserts and
Doing
the warming of with the hands.
just a little bit with your hand because you realize that your hand are actually like quite warm.
Yep. Yeah. Ti, take a little bite of that. Take a little bite of that, Ti, and then at the same time.
That's what I just did.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, you did.
That's how I got the coffee. Because I was like, holy moly.
Oh my god!
Completely changed the flavor.
But I love this crust. I love this shell that you have around this. It's so good.
I'm going to try it with your lemon.
Oh yeah, let me go into the lemon. Actually, I'm gonna clean the old palate here.
Also a really good pairing.
That lemon with the marshmallow on top. Oh my god.
Also really good pairing with this. It's different though. Instead of coffee, it's just really refreshing.
Yeah. Yes. Like it's almost like exploding my mouth with like freshness with that.
But just keep in mind
That
the
spice, I hibiscus is coming out.
Yeah, exactly. The different type of chocolate that she used. There's no added sugar.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay. Oh my god.
So it's not really sweet. So that's why when you rinse out with the brand, it's just I get that coffee taste
Yes,
like big
yes.
time.
Yes. Oh. This is I love lemon tarts. I love lemon.
I love lemon too.
yeah,
I love lemon everything, and
I love lemon desserts. I really do. It's actually one of my favorites. So like this is
Carol. Every day she does something different. Those are pretty much here every day, but she always do like a lemon with blueberry with something. Oh my god!
Oh, I love that lemon. I love that lemon.
I really like this chocolate too. This is some of the best dessert I've ever had, I think.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, yeah. And it just then going with you're out, sir. I'm sorry, you're gonna have a little bit more.
Thank
my
you.
friend.
Yeah, I need more.
That will get you home. You'll be fine.
Yeah, but,
You said you live close.
yeah. I can always call my wife or Uber.
Do you remember you telling me yesterday? Oh, I'm gonna be tired. I'm probably gonna go sip one or two. Do you remember saying that to me yesterday?
Yes, I remember.
Yes, and I think you've gone way past sipping one or two.
Maybe.
Oh, I didn't take care of you, Ti. I'm so sorry. Ooh, look at that pour you gave yourself. Well, you live here, so it's all good. You're not going anywhere.
This is delicious.
It was accidental.
What a dessert this is tonight. I mean, this whiskey and this chocolate. The lemon was good, but
try this one now.
The big one?
Oh, okay.
Yes. I mean,
All right.
if you
Oh yeah, we want.
I'm not saying no.
I'll let you cut. Well, I can cut it for you if you want to.
So your work wife made this.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, I see her on Tuesday.
Yes. you can tell her. She's a fantastic cook,
When I told you I had a bakery in Long Island, and we had a really good pastry chef, a French pastry. His assistant chef was a French pastry chef too. I don't think I've had anything like that before. I really have to admit that. That is really, really good.
Yeah, we are very famous for our because even the one that we don't make, but our pastry chef, he's he's very talented, so we are very famous for our dessert too now.
Oh yeah, no. Well, like I said, your eclairs are amazing. That mousse cake, that was the lightest, fluffiest mousse cake I've ever had. It was like I said, melted in your. Oh yeah. All right, sorry, I was just using his fork. I didn't realize you were. I see what you're doing now. Look at this thing.
Yeah.
Look at this thing.
So that's her flourless chocolate cake.
Okay.
I think there's 4 or 5 different type of chocolate in this one.
Really, 4 or 5. Okay.
Yep.
Oh wow. Okay. I'm gonna clean my palate again one more time.
This looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like cutting that, it was just dense.
Yeah, this is definitely more like a rich. It's gonna be more like a rich flavor. And then,
Oh my god.
This is like the best brownie you've ever had.
Oh my god.
That's what it tastes like. It tastes like the best brownie you could ever eat.
Oh my god. So this reminds me of something that. So this guy's name was Patrick that worked for me, and he made a flourless chocolate cake. This
So good with it.
coffee bean.
Yep.
So I feel like we from just the coffee taste.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
coffee
Oh,
bean.
my-
coffee bean.
oh.
Big time.
the fact that this
Like mocha.
changes so much with the chocolates.
I think
That's amazing.
Because she used different chocolate.
Oh. That is so good.
Oh my god! When you leave that, every time I've eaten food tonight, I've left it in my mouth and mixed it with whiskey. You're right. That coffee bean out of nowhere.
Yep.
Oh my god! Like this is a great dessert whiskey.
You should try to incorporate this whiskey with one of your desserts. Like,
That's a good idea.
make it in there somehow. Wow. It's such a good, it mixes so well with it.
Oh my god! And this is as rich as this is, it's not overbearing rich.
No, it's not.
No,
It's not.
Like, I'm going to finish this, by the way. but
Yeah,
I mean,
I am
it
too.
is not overbearing by any. Because sometimes, like, when it's very rich, it can be overbearing, too much.
Well, I feel
this
you-
is, however
yeah.
she did this.
I feel like when it's too much sugar, too much this, but it's naturally sweetened. There's no.
I'm sticking to it's the best brownie you've ever had. That's what it's like.
He's kind of brownie.
It's so good. Thank you very much for bringing this and sharing it.
Like, I
is
can't
really
eat
good.
this.
For having me.
I can't eat this without putting a swig of this whiskey in my mouth at the same time.
It's crazy.
It's such a good combination.
Just for the taste of the coffee.
But with that said, I think we're going to wrap it up so we can crush the rest of this cake.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wrap this up tonight.
Instead of having you all
and
watch
tonight
us do
we're
it.
definitely gonna have a victory cigar tonight.
Oh, yeah.
This is gonna be a great dessert. I think I'm gonna, for my whiskey of the cigar pairing, I'm going London
Same.
Square.
100%.
And tonight we're doing the Olivia V series.
It is the V series.
V series.
Yep.
This is Olivia makes great cigars. They have all kinds. Very well known cigar out there. Once again, we got it from our friends out in Arizona, Fox Cigars.
Check them out, foxcigar.com.
Yep, they have great prices, free shipping, fast shipping.
Sign up for their email stuff, too, because you get deals all the time.
Every day you get 1 or 2 emails a day on deals.
Yeah, it's kinda awesome.
Get their packs with the mixed packs, because their packs are freshly made.
Yep.
They're not packs from the distributor.
They do
making
such a good job
themselves.
at making them, too.
Yeah. So check out Fox Cigars and check out Picnic Sandwich Shop and French Bakery, Military Trail, just off of Palm Beach, off of North Lakes Boulevard.
So good.
You got to go there. The food's
Hop
amazing.
inside and say hi to
Thank you.
Christoph.
Thank
Shout
you.
out to
Yes.
Christoph. Mention Frisky Whiskey.
Exactly.
Anything you get from there, you're not gonna go wrong. You throw a dart and you're not gonna go wrong.
Thank
You know,
Just eat it all.
eat it all.
Exactly.
Yeah. If anything,
Share or
get the
don't
bread.
share.
Share or don't share.
Get
exactly.
the bread. This was a great night. The food tonight was amazing,
Yes,
my friend.
thank
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank
You're
you
gonna be
guys for
back.
having
We're gonna
me.
have you back on the show.
Please.
I think our next show we're gonna do 1 cognac, 1 red wine, 1 whiskey.
I think it sounds
I
good.
think it has that sound.
Sounds good, yeah.
Okay. All right. So everybody out there, have a great night. Enjoy tonight's show. Get the whiskeys. They're out there on Total Wine, local wine stores. Check them all out. You have some good fun. If you live locally, you can get the food we had tonight too.
And
if you don't live locally, well, it's too bad.
Maybe we can chip,
Oh, there you
But
go.
great night, Christopher. Thanks for
Guys, thank you so
Being
much.
on our show
Thank you,
tonight.
everyone, and thank you guys for having me. It was a blast. I just had a best night. Thank you
Awesome.
so
So
much.
much fun.
Thank you.
Ti.
Mike D.
Time to say goodnight.
Have a good one, everybody.